Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve back yet again with some latest Manchester United news, transfer news and speculation. You guys know the deal by now. I do kind of go through the news that's happening around this time every day, almost every day. And today we have two things to talk about, two concrete things. Well, one concrete and the other one is a speculation. I'll let you guys decide. It's going to be about Bruno Fernandes. Good news on Bruno Fernandes, so stay tuned. And a Milinkovic Savic transfer, potential transfer. But before we get started, as you guys know by now, I pick a comment out and I feature it, I highlight it and I discuss it. And that's the comment that's going to come is from yesterday's video when I talked about Harry Maguire. And the comment is from Football Fan Fever. Thanks so much for the comment, by the way, buddy. He says Maguire over Koulibaly all day long, considering MUFC terrible state at the moment of time. And that has kind of echoed what I've kind of said yesterday in the video, where yes, Koulibaly is also an elite defender, is fantastic as well, not knocking the guy, but I think his fee will be over £80 million. That's one thing, which is not too bad, you know, not, well, yeah, it is, but you're gonna get quality, right? He's older than Maguire, he's inexperienced in the league, he's inexperienced with the tactics, let alone the outside factors such as culture, etc., etc. in England, in Manchester especially. And that's where I feel that he'll take time for him to settle in. Also, he doesn't have leadership qualities, in my opinion, compared to Maguire. Whereas if we look at Maguire is Premier League proven, he's younger, he's costing roughly near enough the same amount, he's proved himself to be an England top centre-back, and he is a genuine threat. He's a decent good player, and I think, and he's got great leadership qualities. He doesn't have to worry about culture or anything like that. He was born and raised here, so that's where I feel in our current state, and I agree with Football Fan Fever, in the current state, Maguire will be the ideal signing versus Koulibaly. In a dream world, I would love to see Maguire and Koulibaly partnership, you know. That will be, we won't consider goal if that's the case, but it is what it is. But anyway, mate, thank you so much for the comment. On to today's news. First up, we're going to talk about Milinkovic Savic. So according to an Italian outlet called Repubblica, they claim that United are close to landing Savic from Lazio as Pogba's replacement. It is said that the Red Devils will give the midfielder a 5-year contract, which has already been hammered out, and United have reportedly agreed a fee of £67 million for the 24-year-old, with extra cash to come via bonuses. The report also says United have moved to sign Savic following Real Madrid's decision to up their pursuit of Pogba. I'm not sure how reliable that source is, but there is some, you know, they are reporting it. There's a few other sources that's reporting it, and it's gaining a bit of traction on it. And in my opinion, Savic is a fantastic player, no doubt about that. One of the players that I've actually signed in my FM manager save as soon as. He's an absolute beast of a midfielder. But if I was to swap him for Pogba, it's a no-go. It's an absolute no-go. Yes, Pogba has come out and said he would like a fresh challenge, but since then he's been in pre-season, he's been professional, it looks like he's enjoying himself, his performances has been good. This sort of potential transfer, whatever, has not kind of affected his behavior in and around the team, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure you guys can see it from his Instagram posts to Twitters and, you know, all his social media that he's been kind of uploading with the likes of Mata, Lindelof, De Gea. And it's fantastic to see, and that's something I can get on board. If Madrid do come for him and we end up selling, obviously it's going to cost them upwards of £150 million plus. Then I guess Savic is a good replacement, but I wouldn't expect Savic to be the only midfield signing, because let's face it, we lost Fellaini. Despite his flaws, he gave us something else, and we lost Herrera. We got two midfielders gone. If we need to cover them, at least one midfielder, we certainly need to cover Herrera, in my opinion, no matter what. And if Pogba goes, then you're going to have to cover another midfielder. And the way that the transfer window is going for us is a bit worrying, it's a bit frustrating, because it's taking so long to make these deals. We are less than 3 weeks away from the Chelsea game, and we've only signed 2 signings, one Bissaka and Daniel James. And that, to be honest, Daniel James is not a starter. It's simple as that. He's not a constant starter as of right now. Maybe in a few years' time. You can only realistically say Wan-Bissaka is the only player we signed in terms of being in the first 11. If you had to pick first 11, you put Wan-Bissaka as one of the players straight on. So that's why I feel if Pogba goes, we have to replace, and it's going to take longer. And more and more, as more and more days go by, I reckon, in my humble opinion, that Pogba will end up staying. I think he will end up staying this season as a minimum. God knows, beyond this season, you know, if we win something or if we make great strides, he might turn around and say, you know what, I want to be part of the project again and I want to stay. Obviously, another mediocre season like the last season, then yeah, you're going to struggle to keep world-class players, and Pogba is a world-class player. Probably not as loyal as, say, someone like De Gea, but he's a world-class player, and he's the only problem I have with him is the fact that his agent is a total jackass. It's as simple as that. He's pulling all the strings, he's making his decisions for him, and his agent is clearly making his decisions for him to pocket money for himself and Pogba to some extent. So yes, I'm not sure about the claim, how good it is. I mean, they did say £67 million. They are kind of straight to the numbers rather than saying reportedly 80 million euros or 90, but and a 5-year contract. Let me know your thoughts on the comment below, guys. In talking about this, wouldn't it be great to sign Savic but keep Pogba at the same time and play a diamond in some games? Imagine having a diamond, like a CDM, someone like Matic. You know, that's the only one we really have. Then you got Pogba, Savic, and Bruno Fernandes in a diamond. That is powerful. That is powerful. I think that would be great to see, you know, 2 strikers up front as well. That would be, that's thinking about it. That will be a midfield attacking force to be reckoned with. You know, to complete that midfield, you might want to go and say you just sign a CDM, a proper CDM, and yeah. Thinking about that, let me know your thoughts, what you guys feel about that potential midfield. It sounds good. It sounds good on paper. Talking about midfield, we're gonna go on to some official news. So this is what you guys pretty much came for. I know. It is a transfer update on Bruno Fernandes. So as you guys know, I've been covering Bruno Fernandes for a very long time. A lot of you guys have actually, and I've been covering, reading news, background news, reports, tweets, etc., and I've been bringing them to you. How reliable they are, we don't know, but my job is just to bring you news. That's what the channel is about. You know, that's why it's called Transfer News and Speculation. But anyway, this isn't speculation though. This isn't speculation. So Bruno Fernandes, on his way to the tour in the US, was stopped by a reporter, and the reporter asked him about the potential interest from England and Manchester United. This is what he had to say to the reporter. He goes, "I don't care about the market. I've talked about this many times. The only thing I can do now is that I need to catch the plane so I don't miss it. Will this be the last match for Sporting? I don't know. It's the coach who decides. I told I like to play in England, but I don't care about it right now. If it could be this season, it could be when the club decides. I'm not in charge." So there you have it, guys. This is what he had to say directly, and it's clear as day. Obviously, there is genuine interest in him from our part. Probably not just from our part. There is apparently reports that Liverpool are interested in him, and they are playing Liverpool in the US soon. So that's a bit scary. You know, imagine that. But we have been more linked to him now, you know, in recent times than Liverpool have. Liverpool have just recently come in. But if that is the case, he clearly said it in the article. These are from his mouth, that he is interested in playing in England. That's pretty much confirms the fact that, you know, we are probably interested in him, and he knows about it, but he's not allowed to say anything until a deal has been thrashed out. And out of respect, of course, he's not going to say anything, which is, I respect that. Someone like him will improve our team, obviously, and someone like him that will come in as a Herrera replacement, not as a Pogba replacement or whatever, will improve us greatly. This is what he had to say while boarding the plane. He doesn't know what's happening. Obviously, he does know, he's not allowed to say. And combined with the fact that yesterday, I brought you the news when Sporting Lisbon's president came out and said, you know, no bid has been made, blah, blah, blah. But they both of them never denied anything. I mean, they didn't turn around and say, you know, he's not for sale or whatever. He is clearly for sale at the right price, as quoted by the president yesterday, Sporting Lisbon's president yesterday. Him coming out saying this further solidifies the fact that he wants to leave. indirectly wants to leave. He knows there's some interest from England, particularly probably us, and he would like to move. If it can be done ASAP, brilliant. If he can't, then he can't. But he is open to a move, and that's where it's important. If the player has to have the desire and heart to come to United in the first place, not just coming for the paycheck. They need to have the desire and heart to come and play for the club, because we need that right now. We don't need players that will come in to earn a bit of a paycheck and then 2-3 years down the line, bye bye. We don't need that sort of players. Someone like Bruno Fernandes will improve us greatly. Definitely will add an extra edge. Definitely will take a lot of pressure away from Pogba, and I think he'll be a good success. It's a shame that obviously we're taking so long to sign this. Imagine he signs this week. He's literally got another week and a bit to train with the first team, etc., etc., before the first match against Chelsea, and I don't think that's good enough. Ed Woodward should be slapped in the wrist for it, and I genuinely believe now that we are doing this one deal at a time business. I have no idea for the life of me why we're doing that. But anyway, guys, this is the latest update from today's transfer news and speculation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you still feel Bruno Fernandes will be coming to United? Do you feel that he is coming to United, but we won't be having enough chance or time in the window for us to kind of go out and confirm the transfer? Who knows? And thanks, guys. Get commenting, and I'll pick up tomorrow's video and I'll talk about it. And I'll catch you guys in the next upload as always. And stay farafari.